Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Fortunate Fortune Teller, where I will be your fortune teller for this evening. And I'm very fortunate to be here. Okay? So just know that. So, got a little selenite here. You get these cards, even though they're always... Listen, brother, these things are so demon clean that, you know, a lot of times... People know you gotta do this to your cards. You always gotta do that. And you gotta have your wand, be like, whoa, brother, bang, bang. That's nice. I'm not even looking, like, but all right. Enough of the games now, brother. Enough of the games. I'm being too crazy now. But I did notice that dreams. I had some wild dreams recently. So I have the counterpart in my dream the other day. I don't know if that's for everybody, but dreams are going to be a big thing here. Let's see what's going on here with these dreams. What are we looking at with this? What kind of what's coming out? Is there anything that needs to be benefited? Is there, you know, I understand that there's going to be a karmic energy, perhaps this High Priestess in reverse or Queen of Wands in reverse. One of these characters is going to approach somebody. Somebody's going to get approached, okay? Because these people now know that it's like, it can't, they get, no matter what they do, they're just going to expose themselves. So there's nothing that they could do right now, okay? So just know. So it's only a matter of time. So let's just see what's going on with these fucking people. You know what I mean? We still got these King of Swords reverse characters, and, you know, they're probably still see where they're at with it. I mean, I know they're being seen as persona non grata, so we do know that. Believe me when I tell you. Okay, but you know who isn't being seen for persona non grata? And that's you, because you're a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles, that you are the ideal spouse. You are the one, the showstopper, the one everyone comes to see, the one everybody wants. The Queen of Pentacles, that's you, okay? So just know, this is what this is about, all right? Everybody knows who you are now, okay? It's all about getting rid of these, you know, negative energies, like I stated before, the ones that lied about you, that, you know, did all this other stuff. But now, like I stated, you've come so far that these people are being seen now, okay? Because of that whole situation and you being a Queen of Pentacles, this puts these people in a tower now, okay? Because they said that you're not a Queen of Pentacles. They said you were everything but that. Okay, and you know, you never defended any yourself. You never had much to say about it because you knew as soon as you had the opportunity, you were going to be able to show, you know, and you don't have to prove nothing to nobody because you know who the fuck you are. All right, the cards don't lie. Everybody knows. Okay, everybody can see what you're doing here. All right, so that's why these people are so concerned, because you were not supposed to come out doing any of this stuff. Okay, you're not supposed to have these skills. They didn't expect this. This puts people, and the skills that you have right now puts people that did bad things in a very, very predicament, you know, a very precarious predicament, okay? So just understand, they are seeing that because Six of Cups in reverse, because they're living in the past over there, okay? If they think that is what worked in the past is going to work against this Queen of Pentacles now, then they are mistaken, because all they have over there is this is just a bunch of conditional love, if there is any love. I don't believe there's any love at all at this wherever this is, okay? These are the type of people that will pick wealth, they will pick all this over like love any day of the week, not knowing that unconditional love is what creates abundance, okay? So skipping over the love part just to get, it's just, you know what I mean? They always end up miserable and alone, and just when they do that, okay? Anytime they pass up on love, anytime you pass up on a real Queen of Pentacles for money, wow, that's going to be a bad, you know, you're going to feel bad about yourself for a little bit. Okay, especially when you get into a conditional, especially when you pass on an unconditionally loving Queen of Pentacles to be in a conditionally loving relationship with, you know, some psycho that is in a Five of Swords energy that wants to, you know, come after your counterpart, thinking that, you know, that they're trying to be them or just lying. Like, this is the sickness that's going on with these people. They're doing everything in their power to say that they're you, okay? Trying everything to just hang on to this, okay? Now they're sick. They got a headache or something now. They said you're doing something to them, they told me. They said, you're doing something. They're doing something to Divine Feminine. I'm telling you. This Queen of Pentacles is doing something over there. But nobody's doing anything. It's these people that are doing stuff to themselves, okay? They're the ones who are creating this conflict with themselves because of what they're projecting onto you. And that the fact that you clear your energy on a constant basis. So it's like, what do you think is working here? What do you think that's going to do? That's the question. So I think they thought it was, like I said, That's why they're living in the past. So whatever they were trying to project on you that may have worked in the past does not work anymore, okay? Does not, because Two of Pentacles in reverse, because now they're overcommitted, okay? They're disorganized. They are not, they have a lack of balance over there. Feeling overwhelmed because this Queen of Pentacles is still a Queen of Pentacles, because this person had to come out, and like I said, they had to be not a Queen of Pentacles. Basically the exact opposite. They wanted this person like a bum on the street, to where the Divine Masculine would never take a look at them, okay? Our King of Cups would never look at them again. But this was never to happen, okay? Because this person is too strong, and all that did was make this Queen of Pentacles be seen as the strongest can be, okay? And now these people are overcommitted, okay? They're overwhelmed, all right? And they're living in the past and conditionally loving relationships, okay? But this Queen of Pentacles, of course, has an Ace of Pentacles coming their way, all right? Because people want to collaborate with this person. People, like I said, people want to be with a Queen of Pentacles, okay? So when somebody comes and they see that you're a Queen of Pentacles, let me tell you, that is very desirable, okay? That is the ideal spouse. So I'm sure people are going to be more than happy to grab you, pick you up, okay? So you don't have to worry about anything. You know who has to worry about this Queen of Pentacles? Go on. Your Divine Masculine, that King of Cups has to worry about losing this person, okay? That's who's losing them, because of what they, what they're involved with, okay? Because with your counterpart and this, characters, it's a conditionally loving relationship they have over there. That's going to be why they're in a Four of Wands in reverse, okay? It is not a happy home over there, okay? There's a lot of, disharmony. There's a lot of conflict with others. There's a lack of support, breakdown in communication. There's home conflict. There's a lot of craziness going on, especially now. You got this Four of Wands in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. This tells you exactly, and Two of Pentacles in reverse, okay? These are a bunch of overwhelmed people that are not in a happy home, that are don't love each other. There is no love here. This is basically what that says. There is no love here, and people are concerned, okay? But you're a Queen of Pentacles, just minding your business, okay? You got Three of Cups here. People, they want to celebrate with you. They'd like to see you. You're the best in the business. They say they love you, they told me. They said they love this Queen of Pentacles. So classy, they said. Like, they all dance to you, too. So they love you, they told me. I said, I know, they're great. I love them, too. So just understand that is always going to be working out for you, because you are the best in the business. Don't have to tell you anymore, but that is the truth, brother, because let me tell you, you got this Six of Wands in reverse. These people, they are not going to be publicly recognized. All they're being recognized for now is their their ego. They're being recognized for their lack of confidence. They're very unpopular, okay? Very unpopular. So you got, look at this, Six of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. That does not sound like fun over there, brother. Let me tell you something. That sounds like a lot of egomaniacs over there that are, very overwhelmed, not living in, there's a lot of, conflict with these people, and, they're lacking playfulness, okay? They're not moving forward. They're living in the past. That's all I'm saying. They're not unconditionally loving over there. Believe me when I tell you, because they're not like you. So just understand that's why they're in Three of Swords. That's why these people are heartbroken. Because again, you were not supposed to come back and be this Queen of Pentacles. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, that was not part of the plan. And the fact that you were able to, you're an Empress anyway, but the fact that you came back and were able to be better than you've ever been before, after the terrible things that were done to you, this shows your counterpart. This shows that King of Cups. This shows them exactly who you really are, okay? Without question, no question, all right? And this makes these people Three of Swords heartbroken, okay? Because they know inadvertently they were the reason why you are this way now, okay? Because of them is why you're like this, okay? Because if they just left you alone, you wouldn't even be nearly as good as you are now. But by the continually attack you, all that did was build you. So these people literally build you. That's why they're sick over there, because they can't believe that they let it get that far, okay? They can't believe that Five of Wands, that their competition, their rivalry, this conflict that they wanted with this Queen of Pentacles, they let it get that far, okay? Because they thought that there was no chance that this Queen of Pentacles could take on a whole community, okay, brother? They thought that there was no way that this Queen of Pentacles had the guts, the brains, or any wherewithal, spiritual wherewithal, to gifts or anything to combat what was being thrown at them with this Five of Wands. But like I said, they thought wrong, okay, brother? Because the Queen of Pentacles is here to build this new world, okay? This cycle is complete, all right? It's over, all right? They had to take this person out. This person survived. Now these people got to go, all right? They lose. Whatever they bet, whatever gamble they took, whatever sacrifice, they're the sacrifice now. Whoever was thought they were sacrificing you will be sacrificed now by us. So just understand that is what's happening to you, okay, brother? So just understand, we don't care who's with us. We'll be fine by ourselves, sister people. We got a little pentacle there. We don't give a fuck, all right? We know who we are, all right? Just know that. So we don't need nobody to tell us. We don't need nobody to fucking parade us around and act like, you know, they fucking take care of us. We don't need it. We don't need nobody. You must understand. That is why you are the one they all come to see. Okay, because now Five of Pentacles in reverse, you now are recovering from this. Queen of Pentacles now had Ace of Pentacles coming their way, and now Five of Pentacles in reverse is recovering from financial loss. So we all can see that things are on the up for this Queen of Pentacles, okay? And these people that had rivalry, conflict with them Five of Wands, they could clearly see that too, but they're also in a, you know, they're lacking playfulness with the Six of Cups in reverse. This, you know, not a happy home, Four of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands, they're egomaniacs, not being publicly recognized, being very unpopular people. Nobody wants to be bothered with these people, okay? Five of Cups, because everybody's in regret for even coming around them, for even listening to this people, okay? Getting them in this situation. People now are like, wow, why'd you get me involved with this? Because not everybody is totally against this Queen of Pentacles. A lot of this was forced upon people. A lot of this was peer pressured to come against this Queen of Pentacles, okay? It seemed just like the easy way to do it. The way this you know, High Priestess in reverse, this person was more or less, you know, selling people basically with false promises that, like, you know, with fame and, you know, money and stuff like that. Stuff that just hitting people's greed bills, okay? And that's what got them stuck now, all right? Because then when this Queen of Pentacles came back and they seen that what they were doing didn't work and now nobody's getting anything, this set these people, like, everybody's coming at this High Priestess of reverse. They want to know why. Why is it this Queen of Pentacles is doing good? Why are they recovering from financial aid? Why are they recovering from financial loss when you said that they were going to be finished and we were going to get whatever the blessings were, you know? And that's why all these people are in regret, because now they see that they blew it both ways, okay? Because there's no way you're ever going to let them come around. How are you going to redeem yourself? What are you going to tell me that's going to make me want you to be around at all after all doing this? Please explain to me. I'm going to give you a chance to. I want to give you a chance. And if you could convince me, then sure, I'll be more than happy to. Believe me when I tell you. I'm very, very... Oh, Queen of Swords, brother. I'm willing to listen. You must understand. Okay? Six of Swords in reverse. And that is why you people just won't stop at this unfinished business with us. Okay? That you're holding on to this emotional baggage, feeling they got to move. This is why these people that want to hold on to your energy, okay? They're doing everything in their power. This is like a spiritual, you know, parasite here. They just will not stop. They feel like they won't let this go, okay? Because you're gonna have to get them physically, you know, spiritually removed and whatever, then they're gonna be finished. So as soon as that happens, they're done. So just understand, they'll never be able to stop you, okay? They're never gonna be able to stop this Three of Cups, this party, this celebration. People are too high on this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This person does things that are just, they are being viewed as too good to be true, but the fact is, people now are saying that this Queen of Pentacles is just too good. I mean, that's all it comes down to, okay? So that is being seen loud and clear also, all right? Because whatever was said about you in the past has been seen as a lie, okay? So that is very helpful for you. Believe me when I tell you, okay? Because that Four of Cups, that gives you time to meditate, to contemplate. We're not really concerned about what's going on. We're not looking for nobody. We don't care what happens to these counterparts. We don't care what happens. We don't, because we know we're a Queen of Pentacles. We know we deserve the best. So nothing is going to, we're not going to accept anything less than the best, okay? So just understand, because we know what we deserve. Or we're fine being alone. It's that simple, okay? It's not that big a deal, brother, because the King of Swords is here. They see everything, okay? They've been watching our back for a long time. Now they're especially watching this Queen of Pentacles back, because they know these people, Five of Wands, wanted that competition, that conflict, and now they're being seen for exactly what they are, and that is no good, rotten bastards, okay? Because nobody wants to be bothered with this. At the end of the day, nobody, all right? So it's just, you get into this point with this Queen of Pentacles where they're just like, what else are you going to say? Well, you can't say to anything other than what they really are. So it's like, you know, and people are seeing that now, because they see you're all over the place. You're all over social media. You're on YouTube. You're on Facebook. You're on this. So people see what you're doing. So you're not going to come and say, oh, yeah, this person said, no, I saw him doing this. You know what I mean? I just saw him over there. You know what I mean? Like, you're out at restaurants, you're doing, so people know you're around, okay? You're not a bum. They were trying to make you out to be a bum. That's what they were trying to do. But you're clearly being seen that's not true, okay? They're the ones who are being seen as the bomb. They're the ones being seen as the sun in reverse. They're the ones being seen as the negative one. They're the ones who are seen as, you know, the ones who are depressed and careless and arrogant, because whatever they were trying to project onto you, like I said, it's always going to come back to them, all right, brother? You know why? Because Page of Pentacles. Because we're manifesting the end for these people, okay? This Queen of Pentacles has had it. They don't want to be bothered with this, okay? We're already recovering Five of Pentacles from, you know, financial loss. We already know our worth. We already have people that want to, you know, be with us. We have this. We already Four of Cups. We already meditate. We don't give a fuck. We're not looking for nobody, okay? So it doesn't matter what happens anymore. And we're manifesting it to be that way, okay? And that's just what it is. And that's why, you know, this King of Cups is stuck over there, and, you know, in this crazy Four of Wands reverse situation, and they're yet to do anything. But they will eventually crumble there. So it doesn't really make a difference what happens. It does not make a difference, because they will not get it. None of these people are going to walk out of this at all looking good, believe me, okay? They're going to be looking bad after the whole situation comes to town, because you got an Ace of Cups coming, okay, brother? You are a Nine of Cups. You are a wish come true, all right? So anytime the Ace of Cups comes in, I always tell you should smile, because that means that is going to have your Ten of Cups there for you. And all you have to do, this Queen of Pentacles with this Ace of Cups, is build their foundation on the Ten of Cups, and everything else will fall in place. Ten of Cups, that big, you know, creates abundance. People must understand. Not only are you going to be getting Ace of Cups, you got an Ace of Pentacles here. So just know, you are a Nine of Pentacles also, all right? You are reaping the fruits of your reward. You are on your way, okay, brother? You're almost there. So you are a Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups person. Believe me when I tell you, now we have an Ace of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles now, okay, for you. So can't be mad at that, bro. There's Queen of Pentacles. This is what they deserve, all right? And they won't, like I said, won't settle for anything less than that, all right? Nothing less, because we're fine being alone. We don't care if we're alone. We don't need anybody. That's the thing. All right, we're a high priestess. We don't need nobody. Do we want people? Do we want to be with people? Sure we do. But are we gonna compromise our energy for it? No way. Absolutely not. No fucking way. We don't need it. We don't need it like that, okay? Because Ace of Wands in reverse. Because these people, they got lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion. They feel way down. They're very bored. They feel like they're very bored around these people, okay? Nobody's happy over here, you know? Because they know you're the high priestess. Like I said, you're a high priestess. You don't need anybody, all right? That is why, like I said, we will always be happy to, you know, but we're not going to settle for anything less than an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles and this, you know, High Priestess is definitely not going to do that, because they're already Five of Pentacles in reverse, recovering from financial loss, all right? And these people, Sun in reverse, are losing their minds over there, okay? They have no motivation, lack Ace of Wands in reverse, okay? They're Six of Cups in reverse, living in the past, no love, you know? They're not being publicly recognized, Six of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse, you know, not a happy home there. So, you know, and you're over here with an Ace of Cups and an Ace of, you know, Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, all right? While being a High Priestess, knowing that you're not settling for anything because you don't need anybody. This High Priestess don't need nobody. Once you get that through your mind, that is when things will fall in place and you will understand better. You'll say, yeah, that's the truth too, okay? Because Knight of Swords, you're too ambitious, you're too action-oriented, you're too driven to succeed. They can't stop you. These Empress reverse characters, whoever, King of Swords in reverses, they can't stop you. They tried. They did everything possible to keep you separated from your Two of Cups. They did everything possible to, you know, tell this King of Cups, this Divine Masculine, bad things about you. And all it did was you transmuted it, and now are being seen for so much better if they didn't even get involved, okay? If they didn't get involved, you would have never even been seen this way, okay? You would have never had this Emperor looking at you this way they are if these people didn't attack you the way you are, okay? So you just know that you do. This Queen of Pentacles, this High Priestess, does have an Emperor in their energy, okay? And this person is very much on their way, but just believe they're not going to come until things are perfect. They are not going to half-ass this, all right? So until this is all cleared, this person will not come, because they're not going to jeopardize putting you, they're protecting you. They want you to be, they don't want anybody to come around you. They don't want you to be compromised, okay? This Emperor, they're not saying, not in a bad way, they just don't want you to be around with these people, you know, because they probably are. This Empress in reverse probably will confront this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, or, you know, try to say something in a way that's But it's only going to make them look bad, because this Queen of Pentacles is going to show themselves as like, they're not going to respond to it. They're going to be like, sorry, I don't know why you're talking to me like this, but you know, but this person will start yelling at them. It's just, we already see it. We already know exactly what's going to happen. They're a home wrecker. They'll say this Queen of Pentacles is a home wrecker. If they're, you know, they try to steal your divine counterpart, but they'll call you the home wrecker. Okay, and it's like, okay, brother, thank you. See you later. All right, goodbye. So that's why Page of Pentacles reversed, they're just a greedy people. Okay, that's all they were trying to do, is take from this Queen of Pentacles. All right, Page of Pentacles reversed, and now that laziness and them not learning from their, you know, failure and continuing to do this Empress in reverse, now these people are, they're finished. Okay, because everybody knows, brother, not only are you the High Priestess, not are you only this Queen of Pentacles, but you are the Empress. All right, you are all 4 queens of the deck, including the High Priestess and the Magician. So nobody's going to tell you otherwise. It's just, it's facts. These are seen on a daily basis. Okay, so it's like, you could say somebody's not somebody, but when you clearly see that there's somebody, you know, then it's like, okay, you can't tell me this person's not who they say they are anymore. Okay, it's just like, you can't. It's not going to work, okay? Because, you know, that's why Tower in reverse, they're trying so hard to, you know, avert the inevitable, they're trying to delay the disaster, averting of a delayed disaster, okay? They want to hold on. They don't want it, but all it does is make this Tower even more worse when it comes. So it's like, just, you got to get it over. But the longer you wait, the worse it gets, and the better it gets for us, okay? Because this Queen of Pentacles is the 9 of Cups. They are a wish come true, brother. That is why we have this Ace of Cups here. All right, that is why everything is, you know, you're going to build your life on this 10 of Cups, your foundation, because abundance is built from, you know, the 10 of Cups. And this Queen of Pentacles knows that very well, okay? And they know what they want in their relationships, and they will not settle for anything less than, you know, what they feel they deserve, okay? And that's, you can't blame them, because they're okay being alone, because they're a High Priestess. Again, okay? Because these people, Wheel of Fortune reverse, they got terrible karma here, okay? Now they have this Tower in reverse trying to inevitable. It's only going to make this karma even worse. So this Wheel of Fortune reverse is going to be even worse for these people, because Page of Pentacles in reverse, their greediness and laziness, this is what got them there, okay? 5 of Wands, won this competition and rivalry with you when they had no business even coming against you, okay? So coming against somebody that you're not even on the same level with, what do you think was going to happen at the end of the day? What did you think this High Priestess wasn't going to, this High Priestess could destroy you if they want, okay? They're toying with you, all right? This is a real High Priestess here. A real deal High Priestess Magician, brother. So there ain't nobody, these people are going to come and try to, you know, discredit this person. They're too strong, all right? It's been seen in too many different situations. So we all know that these people now, they're doing everything in their power. It is what it is, because they're being seen. This King of Cups is trying their hardest to get to this Queen of Pentacles or this Emperor, but they do not want to come to a point where it's going to jeopardize and, you know, put a damper on the relationship, okay? They want this to be perfect, because they know you got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, okay? They see your 5 of Pentacles and recovering from financial loss. You are getting to the point where you need to be, okay? And then they're going to come join you, match you on that, okay? Because Moon and revert, the Moon is here, and whatever illusions these people created about you are most definitely being shattered very, 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 very harshly, okay? Because everybody can straight see who you are. So you can't say, oh no, they're crazy, they're just well, no, I've seen them, they're very, very intelligently spoken, very polite, you know. So how are you going to say that this person has to be, who was lying here? What happened? What happened to the police department here? Why didn't anybody look into this? That's what we want to know. What happened with the detective? He didn't look into nothing. They just did whatever. They said, put him in jail. I want to know. I'm going to tell President Trump, or I'm going to, because I know he's trying to get rid of this bail thing, and we're going to use my case as a, what's it called for that? As an example. And that's how it's going to get rid of that cashless bail thing. Okay, because you're going to understand what that cashless bail did was took a year out of my life, and you thought that was going to destroy this Queen of Pentacles, brother. You thought it, but guess what? Now, all that did is gave us it all now, brother. What do you think is going to happen? Come on, we got you by the balls. You got you all by the, and you put us on medicine that we weren't supposed to be on. Okay, so there's malpractice, all types of stuff. We got, that's just the beginning. Okay, so just understand, we've been waiting a long time. All right, because we are here, brother, because we got our 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is here. That's the end result for this Queen of Pentacles. The 2 of Cups, okay? Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. These people, disarray. Who cares? Everybody knows, Knight of Swords, you are the one who's ambitious and action oriented, and that is why we're not going to let yourself be blocked from this Two of Cups. This is your destiny. This is your North Node. This was coming to you. Okay, so you're already leaving this South Node. So let me astrologically talk to you real fast. Okay, brother. Let me astrologically talk to you about it. Sometimes, you get on my nerves, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time you don't. So just understand you are the best, though. I'm kidding. I wasn't even talking. I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm sick in the head. Remember that. So just understand that. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what these astrologicals have to say about it. All right, let's see. So we got this Leo here, who's our best bud. Okay, just understand this. Anytime you got a Leo there, it's always good, especially when they're your, your right hand. Okay, so that's always a good thing. So just understand, you need at least one. That's ours. Okay, because you are the king of the water signs. Okay, brother, but that's not, we could always use some help, okay? We do have a little help in the fire sign area, okay? We do have 2 fire signs that got our backs, all right? So just understand, we are looking good on that end. So we do have the fire here, brother. The Leo and the Sagittarius do support us. Must understand, okay? Everybody else, not so much. So just do that. It is what it is, though. Who cares? Okay, because like I said, you do have a 4-planet stellium in Libra, and that's very impressive, okay? So anytime anybody asks you, 4-planet stellium in Libra, okay? Because it's awesome. And like I said, we have the support of the fire signs, okay? We even have Aries, okay? We even have Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries. That was with the transit that we needed to help us out, okay? Uranus and Gemini add to that. Final piece of the puzzle. Now, no stopping you. Not to mention that 4-planet stellium in Libra makes you the best, okay? Aries, all right? Fiery, brother. Mars, assertiveness. We're telling you what's going on. We're not playing these games no more. No more games, all right, brother, because Jupiter's here in Cancer. The luck is with Cancer. You are not going to say otherwise, okay? This is what it is, the planet of luck, Jupiter, okay? Now, what did I tell you? The Sagittarius, our buddy, okay? They've been telling us everything. They know who they're with. They're with us, okay? That's our friend, our Sagittarius and a Leo. Good friends of ours, all right? Very good. We like them. Just understand that. Just understand what I'm saying sometimes, brother. And when you do, you might know, okay? Because whatever illusions that were created about you, they are shattered, all right? 100%, because these people they're not even on the same, they're not even on the same anything with you. It's not even the same timeline. They can't even come around you, okay? This Aquarius, whatever they said to you, whatever they tried to do, whatever tried to keep you down, try to build up whoever they chose over you, no. That is all being seen for what they did, okay? They're being seen for what they did to us, okay? And this is going to go all the way back to when it happened. This is going to go over 10 years ago because this happened during the cycle. Now it has to be paid for, okay? So it's going to happen. So you shouldn't have did that to us. Don't blame us. Blame yourself, motherfucker. Blame yourself, okay? Because like I said, the Sagittarius has got our back. They always did. They always will. That's why we do have we're fans. The fire signs like us, okay? The fire signs like Cancer. Believe it when I tell you, okay? And not so much the air, though, okay? Well, we have so much air in our chart that we don't really care because we have seven planets of air, so we don't need nobody telling us nothing about air, okay? Because we know all about it, all right? But we can use those fire signs, brother, all right? And our Taurus, we love them, but, they're just very confused person, you know what I'm saying? It's just, this person's been damaged. Still love them, man. Still love you. Still heal you, okay? Because you are the king of the water signs. Of course you could heal her, okay? You could heal anybody because you're the greatest of all time, brother, because you got Pluto in the 8th house and you are the master of transformation, brother. Believe me, you got a 4-planet stellium in the 8th house. Ain't nobody going to tell you anything about transformations or anything about the occult or esoteric knowledge or other people's money. You know what I mean, brother? Because you're all about the relationships and the sex. What is going on in that house? That's all that house is. The taboo, the house of taboo. That is your house. That is our house. Because we took it from Scorpio. Because they're nobody. They're a nobody. We just give us that house. It's ours. We have enough going on here. And Venus Williams was totally behind us. They said yes, absolutely. They said that Scorpio is no good piece of trash. Okay, we got to send them back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. And then me and Venus Williams, we high-fived. Okay, and we sent them back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. And then this Taurus was like, yeah. They started laughing. They thought that was so funny because they're like, yeah, I feel feel the same way. I hate that Scorpio. Okay, and then we, all start laughing, and then we all like, we jumped up in the air and stuff, and they all did a high five because, the Scorpio is going back to hell and never be seen or heard from again. So just know, we like to have fun here, that's all. We like to have fun. It's not our fault. Okay, we're divine beings, brother. We're from the David realm. What do you want from us? What do you want? What do you expect us to do, okay? Because Uranus and Gemini was the final piece of the puzzle, okay? Remember, don't ever forget that, okay? Because Uranus and Gemini is the final piece of the puzzle. So there you go. Always comes together, brother. Uranus and Gemini, next 7 years. All right, and that's all good for you. So just understand, people, they needed to get you before that. So Uranus and Gemini, what has got you here? Again. Okay? And nobody will ever forget that Venus Williams said, you are the best. So just believe it. Just believe it. Venus Williams is here for you. They want you to get love, they said. They said you deserve love, okay? Because they know you're breaking free here, okay? They say break free, okay? Because they say you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. That's the truth. You can't get stuck there. This is going. We're telling this to your this emperor, this divine masculine here, okay? We're saying you're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life, because you are being controlled. You're not being able to live you're fake. You're a fraud right now. Everybody knows it. Okay, this isn't easy, but it's very necessary, okay? Because you're gonna get sick if you don't otherwise. Okay, if you're going to share your true self with others, you got to be brave, okay? Divine Masculine, King of Cups, you got to be brave. You got to be real. You got to be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. That's exactly what we did, okay? So why don't you follow our lead, okay? And maybe things will work out for you. Because I told you already, we'll build a foundation on the 10 of Cups, and everything else falls into place, okay? Love builds wealth and success. So whatever it is, you can't not have love. So if that's what people think, then whatever, because we have the wisdom, all right? That is why we know that love is what, unconditional love creates abundance. Because we got the wisdom, okay? Because you've been here before. We've been here before, brother. Let me tell you something. And you know what to do, okay? Yet you fear disappointing others. We don't, but maybe you do, okay? The wise choice may not be the popular choice. Of course not. You can't do it, You always do what's right, though. But choose for the highest good in the situation, okay? So always do what's best for you, I suppose, all right? And we'll just do one more, and that's going to be patience. Have patience, okay? Because patience is a virtue. Once you master that, that is when you win, okay? Because you're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in the moment. Have patience. It'll eventually work out for you, okay? So just know that is what's going on here, and we know that you are the best, and that is what it's all about, brother. See you later.